Hello everyone, Lona here, and I'm here to make an outrage on the internet. And how do I do that? Well, of course, making a tier list. Well, we have a tier list here we're gonna be checking out, which is, well, you can see it here, but it is Pokemon Generation 1 tier list. And of course, I am an expert in Pokemon. I have Pokemon Science, I think. No, I probably not. And I am an old Pokemon fan in general, so we're gonna do it here. And of course, this list is gonna be my list. If you have a different list, that's how it is. It's subjective after all. And in the end, I just want to say that your list is your list, my list is my list, and in the end, my list is the correct one. If you have a different list, you are wrong. No. Oh god, people's gotta take this serious. Well, whatever. You know what? Let's jump right into this and make ourselves start. Because, yeah, we have all the Pokemon. We even have, like, the Mega Evolutions for some reason. Oh, well, you know what? We're gonna fancy that. And, of course, we're gonna start with the green on... You know what? I'm gonna say Bulbasaur is the best starter. Right off the bat, Bulbasaur is the cutest shit. And I'm gonna put the Venusaur and Ivysaur... like that, so it's in order. Mega Evolution I really don't care so much about, so honestly it looks kind of the same, so I'm just gonna put him down in the C because, you know, cuck. And Charmander, I adore Charmander, so I'm gonna put him up there. Charmeleon is pretty and Charizard, I'm sorry Charizard fans, it has been too much Charizard in the world. I'm just saying, Charizard, it's kind of bland. I'm gonna put the black one here in the B, because honestly I like the color scheme here, but I do really like the design of this one. So I'm gonna put you up here. I don't know which one is X and Y. Tell me why, I guess. And of course Squirtle is also up here, because the starters, they are cute as fuck. And Wartortle, we'll put him there. It's not as cool, I will say, but I still like him. And Blastoise, of course, and I will have to say, this is S tier for me, because I just fucking love that. It's so cool. More cannons, more violence, indeed. Caterpie, I'm gonna put you in B tier. It is kind of cute, but it's kind of bugs me. I'm gonna set Metapod as my first D tier. It is a little bit dickish maybe, but it is kind of, you know, it is nothing really exciting. And Butterfree is A tier for me. Weedle, I will set it's a B tier. B? I need to set Beedrill there, of course. No, we're gonna do that yet. Kakuna is also in D tier. It is one of these Pokemon that is, you know, is there, but you always like, it's a phase, mom, that never lasts more than, I mean, it evolves to like level 6, 8, and then it's evolved again at 10, so this is such a short phase, you rarely see it. Kind of sad to be honest, but that's the life of a bug, I guess, you know. Live fast, die fast. And then we have Beedrill. I'm gonna say I like the original. The Mega Evolution, I'm gonna put it on, that's one a B, to be honest. I think it's a little bit too much over the top, I guess. It's still very cool, though. And, yeah, the Butterfree had an Gigantamax form. I wonder, surprised they are not here. Pidgey, well, I'm gonna put you in C tier. It is a Pidgey, you know. It's a good bird, but it's just there, you know. And I'm gonna put the Pidgeotto, and the Pidgeot actually I'm gonna put there because I like it because it's just very big, very massive. I'm gonna Mega Evolution as well. Then we have Rattata. I'm gonna put it on B actually. I kinda like Rattata. Raticate though is, yeah, I never. The only one that is worse than Raticate is the Alolan Raticate, because that one looks like it have a, I don't know, gobbling some nuts or something. Then you have Sparrow, which is honestly B. But I kind of like Pharaoh. Pharaoh is, I'm gonna put it on B. Then you have Ekans, which is honestly A tier, and then Cobra, or Arbok as it's called, up there. And now I'm a little bit sad because we don't have the modern Pikachu. Had it been the strongest Pikachu, the OG Fat Chew, it would be S tier, because that motherfucker is S tier. So this is one little shit gonna go for C, because Pikachu Z, or well, whatever. Raichu, though, I'm gonna go up there, because I honestly feel like Raichu is kind of underrated, man. Sandshrew is, god, so cute. Sandslash is just badass. I'm gonna put, let's see, we have the Nidoran female. Honestly, they are not so exciting. And then you have up to B, and I will put these at the same, the male version. And I'm gonna put you up there as well. I never really been like the biggest fan of them. They're kind of cool though, but Clefairy, I kind of like Clefairy in a sense. I'm gonna put Clefairy up here. Clefable, I never been a huge fan of you, so you're gonna go down there in the C tier. See what they're gonna do about that. So far we have Bulbasaur and Blastoise and Mega Evolution, because more cannons equals more ranking. And then we have Vulpix. God, Vulpix is adorable. I'm just gonna put Vulpix up here because Vulpix have always been just an adorable Pokemon. I loved it in the Pokemon series with Brock taking care of the Vulpix and all. Vulpix is just cute. I'm gonna put the Ninetales in the A tier. It's a neat Pokemon. And then of course I'm gonna, in fear of my life, I'm gonna put Jigglypuff up in S tier because I fear for my life, and we know that this little shit will murder. And also because it's kind of funny in Pokemon's, Super Smash Bros. And all of that. Wigglytuff is C tier as well with Clefable because Wigglytuff is it's also a very forgettable Pokemon in my opinion. And then we have, oh god, Zubat. I am on the fence of this. I really like Zubat's design, but I hate to run like through Mount Moon and deal with it. I'm actually gonna put it in B tier. It would have been an A tier easily, but it is annoying to meet all the time. Golbat, you motherfuckers down here as well. My fucking god, I hate you. Have you seen the original, the original fucking pixels of it? It is horrifying. Then we have Oddish. Oddish, I really do like. Oddish is an A tier. Gloom is like, it's just a face, mom. And then we have Vileplume, which is kind of neat, but I'm gonna put it in the B tier, I think. And then you have Paras. Paras is also A tier. I just think Paras is cute, And then you have Parasect, which is kind of like horrifying. I like the concept of Parasect, but it's also kind of sad because it's literally being controlled by the mushroom at this rate. Also, when I was playing Pokemon Legend of Arceus, a fucking hyper steroid fucking Parasect scared the living shit out of me. That was something. Venonat. Oh, this is also an A tier for me, to be honest. I like Venonat. Venonat is cute. I'm still confused how Venonat and Butterfree is not in the same evolution. And the Venomoth is not. I mean, if you're looking like Venomoth and the Metapod, they look like they are more related. I wonder, I still legit think there is a mistake. Because, I mean, even look at the color schemes, the mouth, the little hands, and the colors of course, but also they have antennas. It's like they are the same, but somewhere in the Pokemon they kind of fucked up and accidentally made this one that evolved from it. Because in that sense, Caterpie actually makes more sense to evolve. Caterpie, Metapod, and then Venomoth. Because Caterpie have these little horn things. I find it just very odd. I'm still wondering if that is the case. But Venomoth, gonna go here. Kind of like cool, but at the same time, it for me it's not as prominent as like Butterfree. Butterfree is just an old classic for me. And I mean, in the anime, when the Butterfree met the other Butterfree, that was of course a girl because it was pink. Because if it's not gendered color, how can you know it's gender? And why would you care? Because whatever. It was very emotional when I saw that as a kid. And now we have the Diglett. I mean, it's Diglett. It's not... I'm gonna put a US at C. And the same with Dugtrio, because Dugtrio is literally... you know what? I'm gonna put you D tier, because you're literally just a Diglett time free. It's so fun when people say, like, Pokemon these days are so lame. They have no, like, cool design. Dude, have you seen some of these Pokemons we had in Generation 1? I know rose-tinted glasses are it's a thing, man. I mean, we have, like, the Diglett, and it's just 3 of them. You know? And of course, you know what? I'm gonna put Meowth up in S tier, because Meowth... Oh god, you know what? I'm gonna make it a little bit so we can see a bit more of the screen. Because, yeah, we're getting a bigger list here right now. But yeah, Meowth is also a classic. I mean, after all, you know, Meowth, he's talking! And he learned talking from what I remember, so he could talk with a hot cat girl or something like that. Persian, honestly... I will put you at B tier. I love the cats, but Persian is kind of like... the only one I know is Giovanni's one, and I think that's the one Meowth is like trying to flirt with, like... And Psyduck, you're A tier, man. I think you deserve it, to be honest. With that headache of yours, my god, man, I support you, my little friend. Golduck. It's kind of cool, but also kind of like this... It's also kind of weird, man. This is the fun part with Pokemon in general, so that evolution can be so fucking wild, especially in the earlier games. Like, nothing about Psyduck tells it will transform into this fucking menace of nature. Like, what? I mean, the color schemes is obviously very different, and this is so incredible vicious looking compared to this Dofus. I would expect it to be turning into, I don't know, a weird platypus or something like that. I have no idea. But yeah, then we have, okay, the first fighting Pokemon here, and it is the Mankey. I love Mankey. And Primeape is honestly S tier. I would put, what is the latest Primeape version called? I forgot that now in Scarlet and Violet. The one that is so fucking angry that it literally died and come back as gold. That is S tier. So this one represents that, because I love myself a little homicidal monkey that is so angry that it die and still continue on being angry. That is just amazing, you know? And then we have, oh god, Growlife is so adorable, so it is an obvious S tier. Up there you go, my little friend. Arcanine is, you know, it is same with... It's a cool Pokemon, but it's not. It doesn't have the cute fact. Man, I realize we have like lots of cute, and then we have this motherfucker with its cannon. Cannons out, baby. And then we have the Poliwag. I think Poliwag is honestly up there in the A tier. It's a solid A tier for me. And then you have Poliwhirl. One of the others that is so easily forgotten. Poliwrath is... I know I'm gonna put you down there as well. It's not, I mean, the difference between Poliwhirl and Poliwrath is that it's a little bit bigger and look a little bit more angrier. That's not very much evolution, to be honest. It could like kind of skip Poliwhirl in that sense, I feel like, you know. And then you have like Psyduck and Golduck. The variation is so massive, and here is like, oh yeah. Cool. And then we have Abra. Abra is kind of like... Man, I remember trying to get this motherfucker so many times when I was young, and it always failed. You are an B tier for me. Kadabra, where would you go? Honestly, I think you will go C to me. You know? I still think it's kind of terrifying. Is it the Kadabra or is it Alakazam that is like, oh yeah, this is a child that was too smart and had too much psychic power and turned into a Pokemon? Man, the Pokédex back in the days were fucking wild, man. Oh dear. Alakazam, though, I think is an A tier for me, because I kind of like Alakazam. I mean, sure, it's a weird man with a big mustache and spoons, but you know what? Spoons. And then we have even more spoons! Hey! Oh my god, spoon this motherfucker! And then we have the mashup line. Oh, what a what a champ, right? I'm gonna put the matchup in actually C tier. I never been really liked it, but yeah. Then we have Machoke, which is solid B tier to me. It is kind of cool, but it's literally as a muscle man. And then we have like Montaro, like 4 arms, even strong. And I do like the idea that we had him in Sun and Moon as the Pokemon of, you know, strength, using like it carries you and use the other arm to just push the whatever. I thought that was kind of neat. And Machamp is at least it having 4 arms. And not to mention, if you haven't played Pokemon Fusion, do that and combine Pokemons with Machamp and that, because that is so many cool and funny Pokemons. Then we have the penis suckering Pokemon, which is the little Bellsprout. Bellsprout is kind of cute, but yeah, it's kind of also weird. Weeping Bell, really not. Victory Bell is also kind of not for me. You know what? I'm gonna put Weeping Bell down here because Weeping Bell is literally. I'm sorry, but I can never see this as nothing else than a fleshlight. I'm sorry. Okay? I am terrible fucking sorry. Okay? I mean, it even had the expression of like, what the fuck is that, mate? And then we have the Tentacool. Tentacool is, honestly, I'm gonna put you in the B tier because Tentacruel is, honestly, for me, an S tier. I know it is probably controversial, but hear me out. I think it's kind of cool. I mean, it is, of course, in the episodes in Naruto. I wouldn't be surprised if Tentacruel is in Naruto as well, but in that episode when there's this giant Tentacruel that comes in, I thought that was so fucking cool, and I was like, my God, I love that, that's so cool, and it just going in there fucking rampaging. That was very cool, very fond of that. You, dude, yeah, we're gonna put you in the C tier, because the Graveler, in my opinion, is in the B tier, well, in the D tier. And the Golem is somewhere in, I would say, in the B tier. This is also something I wonder what happened, because you, dude, have 2 arms. Woof! Graveler, 4 arms, 2 legs, and then, like, losing 2 legs? Well, 2 arms? What happened there, man? What happened there? Huh? Did you lose weight? Or gain weight? I don't know. Well. And then we have the Ponyta and Rapidash. You know, and Ponyta easily is an S tier for me. Rapidash is, you know, it's kind of funny how the fire Pokemons here, like Vulpix, Growlithe, and Ponyta, and their evolutions kind of same for me. The first evolutions I adore because they are so cute, and the evolutions are really cool, but it's not the same as the first forms for me, you know? They are so cute though. Then we have Slowpoke. I relate to this one way too much, so I'm gonna put you in A tier. Slowbro as well, I relate. And the Mega Evolution, I honestly hate it. It's so fucking dumb. Seriously. It's like, I don't know, a Beyblade. And Magnemite, I'm gonna put you in... It's have the same thing as the Diglett. It's just more. Come on, man. You could do a little bit different, right? Oh, dear. I kind of like, especially Magnemite when it's in the 2nd generation, when it became kind of steel as well. That was kind of neat. Farfetch is a bird with an leak, which is hopefully not leaking. I've never been a huge fan of it, so you're a C tier for me. Doodoo is, I would say, it's a solid B tier, especially for the meme, like the old meme with the 2 Doodoos, and the one of Doodoo has like completely fucking inbred, like, Clarence, do it for mother. Doodoo was honestly kind of neat, but it's nothing super fancy, but it's a B tier for me. Seal is an B tier for me, but the Dewgong is an A tier. I think the Dewgong looking as way sleeker. The Seal is more cute, though the Spheal There we're talking top quality. Holy crap. I'm sorry, Seal. You have nothing compared to the Sveal. The Sveal is just stealing the show. And then we have the Grimer. The Grimer is, in fact, an S tier. And the Muck, even more of an S tier. I would put you in the SS tier, which probably shouldn't be up there, because that sounds very bad. I know, you probably wonder, like, Lana, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you put slime balls up in the S tier? But I don't know why, I always really liked Grimer and Muck. And Muck is easily my favorite Pokemon these days. I don't know why. I think it's something relatable to it, you know, being mushy and stinky, that I just relate to, so that's probably why. And not to mention, I do love, especially the LLO form, you know, which I think is just cool, because then it's kind of rainbowish as well, so that is just very neat. And then we have Shelder. I think a Shelder is actually kind of a funny Pokemon. So it have its tongue out there, like, I relate. And then we have the the Cloyster, which is, I think it's a solid B tier. It's kind of, but it's also one of the Pokemon that really never was like super standout for me back in the day. Then again, I think it was because I got like a Shelder much, but I never bothered to level it up. Level it up back in the day. And then we have the only ghost in the ye old day. Ghastly. Honestly, Ghastly is easily an S tier for me. It is an iconic piece of ghostery, you know? It's just bald, spooky, and the big eyes and all of that. Haunter is easily an A tier. It is just so cool, you know? I think it is just very, very awesome. And then we have the Gengar. I will also put it in the A tier. It's just very, very neat. And the Mega Evolution, I've never been like really fond of it, to be honest. I'm gonna put it down here. In the C tier. I just never felt. I haven't used it so much either, to be honest. So I might be that I have not gotten attached to it. And then we have the Onix. Onix is. It's an S tier to me, actually. It is. I remember seeing it in Pokemon, and I just fucking loved it because it's so cool. I mean, I know in game it is so bad. It is so fucking bad. And Pikachu beat it because it squirted some water on it, and then like fappy-doo, which is kind of bullshit. But still, it's still an iconic fucking Pokemon for me. You know, I love this big, massive snake of stone and boulders. It's so cool. And actually one of the Pokemons, because I made an OC many years ago, which was a little bit more like darker, which kind of funny, because Pokemon can be fucking dark at times. And it is an Onix that had been like shelled in the face by like a war, so it had no eyes. It like literally got artillery in the face. So yeah, I like Onix. And then we have Drowsy. Oh god, you fucking menace, you going down here. Hypno, I can give you a C tier, but that's barely. Just fucking barely, because yours, it's not as creepy as a Drowsy, but still very creepy, you know? And then we have Krabby. I kind of like Krabby, to be honest. I'm gonna put you up here, because I imagine it as a good friend with Shelder, you know? They're cute. Kingler, it's kind of like with the Cloyster. I kind of see a theme here. And hey, Shanli, I'm trying to do an important job by raiding Pokemon and pissing off people. Then we have the Pokeball with anger issue, which is literally a Pokeball with an anger. So I'm gonna put you in the B tier because Voltorb, I think it's kind of nice. The Electrode is, yeah, it's just a Voltorb upside down, to be honest. Though I do like the Voltorb version in Pokemon Legend of Arceus. I kind of like the wooden style there, you know. I think that is kind of cool. And then we have Eggman. Oh dear God. Why would I put these eggs in a basket, I guess? But you know what? I never really liked it. Execute and Executor. You know? They kind of been very weird for me. And then we have the little fucker that carried their mom's skull on their head. Which is weird, when I do that, they call me fucking psycho, but when this little guy do it, it's adorable. Yeah. I could be honest, is definitely an A tier. Marowak, honestly, I think it's a little bit boring in that sense. Still, it's pretty solid Pokemon design-wise, but I feel like I like the Alolan version, you know, Ghost Fire. Is it right? But I have it like spinning around with the turquoise green fire, really cool. And then we have Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee. They have been such weird Pokemons for me, man. Humanoid Pokemons in generals are many times a little bit weird, to be honest. But I do kind of, I mean, Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan are B tier for me. Hitmonchan I generally always pick, especially when I'm playing older games, because he can learn all the like punch moves, which are really good, so you get great cover. Hitmonchan, well, Hitmonlee doesn't though, so it's sad. Hitmontop I kind of hate, to be honest. I never liked Hitmontop, man. Lickitung, delicious. I'm gonna put you in the C tier, actually. No, I'm gonna put you in the B tier. It is kind of cutesy, but also kind of weird, and I just feel like this is an Pokemon made for a certain demographic. Which, Coughing, I honestly really like this one, and it's a solid A tier. Same with Weezing. I would say the Galarian version is probably a little bit cooler because it have a top hat, you know? I'm just saying, a top hat, it do so fucking much, man. Top hat, oh god, that's so good. And then we have the Rhyhorn. Rhyhorn is, it's a good B tier. And the Rhydon, #1 Pokemon ever, is easily an A tier. Because it's a cool Pokemon, I'm sorry, it's just very cool. It's like a dinosaur rhino with a drill. That's so cool. Take a chance in me. Chansey is also, I'm just gonna put you down here. It is kind of like, meh. That one is the one having the eggs in the basket, I guess. And Tangela is kind of cutesy in a sense. It's a little bit weird. I'm gonna put you in the B. And isn't there like anyone that have seen a Tangela without the vines have fucking died? I think it's something like that, right? Which would make sense because it's looking kind of horrifying. And then we have the Kangaskhan. Honestly, I've never been a huge fan of it. I kind of like the Mega Evolution in that sense, because mainly because it's fucking, especially before they nerfed it, it was so fucking broken with its ability. Like, oh yeah, it can do the double move, but the other move is 50% damage less. Like, still, like, bro. This is what we call child labor. Then we have the horses, so it's adorable little thing. I'm gonna put you in S tier. I love the little horsey. Seadra, I think you kind of have an S tier. It's kind of cool. What would I say? Goldeen, I think it's a kind of a B tier. The same with the Sea King. And when I think of the Sea King, I'm thinking on like One Piece. You know? Ooh, the Staryu though. The Staryu is easily a top tier Pokemon for me. And the Staryu is an A tier. I think the Staryu is cuter. I mean, well, once again, we have the fact that it's a cute thing. And the Starmie is kind of like cool. But also kind of creepy because the behind the star is kind of moving. It's like, is it the second star that's like slamming? So they constantly have like sex? Is that it? Or is it like they have the two butts against each other? So if you flip it, it's actually another Starmie on the other side? Have you thought about that? That's the question keeps me up awake. Keeps me up awake. Yeah, that's for sure. That keeps me awake. Mr. Mime. Oh, fuck, man. I would say I would put Mr. Mime without a doubt in D tier if it wasn't for Pokemon Unite. Unironically, Mr. Mime is my most played Pokemon there, and I really, really liked him there, even if it's freaky as fuck. And I honestly liked him in the Pokemon movie, the Detective Pikachu, you know? I thought he was a pretty funny character there. So actually, he's an actually B tier. He would have been higher if he was an original cool Pokemon and didn't freak me out so much and being just weird. But other franchises, and not to mention Mr. Mime in Pokemon Fusion, also kind of freaky. Scyther is, I will put him at a solid B tier. He's kind of cool, but he kind of suffered from the edge. He's a little bit too edgy for me, right? You know, he was the kind of thing I loved as a kid, but they're kind of like, well, kind of cool, but there are way cooler Pokemons, I'm just saying. Jinx. Sorry. Electabuzz. Kind of up here. Buttface, oh, definitely down here in the C tier. Well, D tier, I mean. I'm sorry, I never... Magmar could be a really cool Pokemon, but why did they need to give him a Buttface, man? Just say. Pinsir is... I will put it in the B tier as well. Its Mega Evolution, honestly, is kind of cool. I'm gonna put it there. It is kind of like... I haven't seen and used it too much in Sun and Moon and whatever we have it. So, Taurus, it's a C tier. It's kind of... It's a cow, man. Or a bison. You know? And now we have, of course, Magikarp up in the A tier, because Magikarp is an absolute shad fish. It knows its life suck, you know? It struggles with everything. It can't do a jack shit. It literally you right now. It is you suck. You can't do a thing. But then you evolve into the fucking best. You become the Mega Chad. That's what I want to say. Your life might be bad now, but like the Magikarp, something fucking fantastic waits for you. Gyarados itself is... Had it been a standalone Pokemon, it probably would have been further down for me. But the fact that Magikarp evolves to this, I just think is very, very fun, you know? Because it is just the idea that something so weak can evolve to something so strong. I kind of like that. That's kind of beautiful, you know? And then we have the... Honestly, kind of the Mega Evolution. It kind of like, I don't know, it like they took the Gyarados and just pressed it together, like it's got spinal fractures. Ooh, Lapras is Lapras. I'm gonna put you in S tier because Lapras is good, man. Lapras is good. Ditto. I mean, technically it can be anywhere because it can be anyone, huh? You know, it's very sus. So I'm gonna put you in the B tier, because it's kind of, I mean, in the middle, you know? It's in the middle of things. So there Ditto. Eevee. God damn it, I love Eevee. Though I'm a little... Especially because all of the variation of evolutions. You know? We have a Vaporeon. Did you know? And we have Flareon as well up here. These two. But Jolteon is S tier for me. Of the three, well, 4 if you count Eevee, Jolteon is my favorite. I actually have a little Jolteon thing that my brother made out of pearls, which is very cute. I really like Jolteon, and I just think it's adorable. And in general, though, Eevee and the evolutions are amazing. I hope we're getting some more typings. Like, I would love to see Steel. I would love to see Poison. But man, there's so many types, man. Bring it in. Bring him in. You know, Porygon. To be honest, I've never been a fan of it. It's. I'm sorry, but Porygon is a little bit, you know, how to say it, blocky. And then we have Omanyte. I think Omanyte is really cute. Omastar is a little bit freaky, but I kind of like it, you know? So I'm gonna put it in the A tier. I think it's pretty neat up there. And then we have Kabuto. Kabuto is also very adorable. You know, they make the fossil siblings. And then we have the Kabutops. It is kind of similar as the Scyther, but when I found it for the first time, I was so fucking hyped because, god damn, the evolution, you know, from the fossil and everything. I thought that was so cool. Just the concept. It makes me wonder if the Kabuto is not a prehistoric version of Cypher. You know, it wouldn't be surprising me, to be honest. Then the Aerodactyl, I'm gonna put it down there because it is kind of like it's kind of a little bit fat lizard with a very big mouth for some reason. And the Mega Evolution is honestly a little bit cooler, so I'm gonna put you up there. Snorlax, I relate to you way too much, my good sir. So you're an A tier for me, man. You're a big Shungus. I relate to this guy so fucking much, man. And then we have the 3 legendary birds. Articuno is B tier. Zapdos, A tier. Moltres is C tier. I'm sorry. And then we have another one of these evolution things that I found so weird. Dratini and Dragonair I love. And then you have this fucking... What happened? What did go wrong with evolution? Why did it turn so orange? Why is it so goofy? These two are so cute and have this kind of mysterious aura, and then like... Mysterious? Mysterious? Doofy. It doesn't make sense. Evolution. What did you do? Dratini, S tier. Dragonair, S tier. And then you have this motherfucker. I'm gonna put you in B tier. That's the highest I will ever put you. I mean, very strong, like the first dragon, but also kind of like, why? Why? And I have Mewtwo. I will have to put Mewtwo in A tier. I would probably put it higher up if it's not like, you know. But just a very fact, I remember in the first Pokemon movie, I was watching it as a kid though, in Swedish of course, because I am Swedish. And it's just the very thing with it going like, the scientist talking like, vi drömde om att skapa världens mäktigaste Pokémon. Och vi lyckades. And then he's just Mewtwo fucking implode an entire island like I fucking love that, man. It really that is one more time. It's so fucking dark. I love it. And then we have the evolution. I kind of like this Mega Evolution. I'm gonna put you in A tier. This little shit though is kind of weird. I'm gonna put you in C tier. And then we have the Mew, the final Pokemon, and you're also an A tier. So we have gone through all of them. Amazing! Woo! And I was checking because I saw someone had put up like all Pokemon that have been released to date, and that's a lot of Pokemon. So I feel like this is good enough for today at least. So this is my list. On S tier, we have Bulbasaur, Blastoise, Mega Evolution, Vulpix, Jigglypuff, Meowth, Primeape, Growlithe, Tentacruel, Ponyta, Grimer, Mach, Ghastly, Onix, Horsey, Staryu, Lapras, Jolteon, Omanite, and Kabuto, Dratini, and Dragonair. These are, honestly, and in S tier, I would have a little bit different, probably. The same would be with others, probably, but yeah. And as you can see here, we have the entire A tier. It's a big list of many Pokemon I find pretty nice, pretty fun, and pretty, yes, you know, I like them. They have, and this is the most of the list, of course. It is just generally a list of things that is meaning to me. Just like most lists will be very different, because we have all like different attachment to the different Pokemons. And then there are people that, you know, people that like miss the mind for other reason than it's freaky, and those people are obviously escaping a mental asylum, but you know. Seriously though, this is my list. You can check it out here, what you think, and of course do it yourself. I will leave links to this, the same tier list maker for you to check out if you want to try it out yourself. How would you be, who is your S tiers, and among your S tiers, who is the absolute S tier? For me, it is obviously Mach, because I don't know why, I just relate to this stanker, you know? And yeah, my list going down, and then my D tier, which is for they suck. Yeah, I thought it was pretty fun to do. I might do more stuff like this if people are interested, and of course, if you have any tier lists you want me to try out, go for it, write in the comments. See you all later on, and have a continued super great day.